Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Eva. Thank you so much that you are here and watching. In this video, I'm going to share about the present moment. So first, I'm going to talk about what the present moment is, then how I see this from an energetical point of view, and then also what you can do to always live in the present moment for good. I mean, I'm definitely sure you have read and heard about the present moment a lot, so it's probably not new to you. The present moment is all that exists, so there is no past and future anyways, but we can experience a past and future. The present moment is in the now, and you probably experience living in the present moment when you've done something, let's say creative, or where you focus on like baking Christmas cookies, because we just have Christmas, or drawing or writing something, or something where you were very focused and you did it. There was no influences, no energy influences in your system like resistance. It was just a flow, and you did something in that flow, and then you were fully emerged in the present moment. And why are we not experiencing that all the time? So basically, what happens from an energetical point of view, from a very young age, like the age of 3 years old, we start not fully processing emotions anymore. So before, when we're angry, we're angry. When we're happy, we're happy. We are that in the present moment. We fully experience this emotion with the reflection on the outside, like something triggers that experience on the outside, and then we fully live through it, and then it leaves our system. And then from a very young age on, around like 3 years old, energies start getting stuck in our system, and then they pile up throughout our whole lifetime. And these are also emotional memories. So when we are in a situation as adults, for example, and we are I don't know, in a certain situation that remind our system from a childhood situation, a certain energy from childhood, for example, will be triggered up, although we are adults now. I mean, the energy probably got stuck in the system, let's say when you're 5 years old, and then when you're 50, that energy comes up. So it's an old energy, and this can also happen with energies from 3 weeks ago or 5 years ago or whenever. So it doesn't really matter. It's just past energies from past experiences that are still stuck in your system, and they seem like the past, but they are currently in the present moment stuck in your system. Okay, so it's not that we can tap back into the past. We tap into a current experience that's still stuck in our system from a past experience, a current emotion that's still stuck from a past experience. So for example, we experienced something 2 weeks ago, something we didn't prefer. We were really angry. And because our system didn't process the emotion of anger fully, it got stuck in our system with the story. So let's say we baked a lot of, since we had Christmas recently, we baked a lot of Christmas cookies. It was a lot of work, it took a long time. And then some family members or roommates or somebody ate up all biscuits, Christmas cookies, and we were like really, really angry with them because, yeah, we wanted to have them for Christmas. And there was just this anger there. And because it's not fully processing through the system, it gets stuck. And then today, when we think back to that experience 2 weeks ago, we trigger up that anger. So the anger from the 2 weeks ago, which is currently in our system in the present moment, is just being triggered up. And then we experience the anger and we're like, oh my God, I'm so angry at my roommate or partner or whoever ate all the biscuits, the cookies. And now the anger is there. And we're fully caught in that experience as if we are actually in that experience that we had 2 weeks ago. And this is basically with everything and on a subconscious level. It's not something we experience like on a conscious level. So we constantly caught in emotions that are triggered up in the present moment, but they are stuck from a past experience constantly, all day long. And the same is with the future. So, for example, if we project that experience into the future, it's like, okay, next year I'm not going to bake any Christmas cookies anymore because then they're just going to eat them before Christmas, and I don't want to put in so much work again, you know? So we already predict the future. So we already know that next year Christmas we're not going to bake any Christmas cookies. So just, I mean, this is just an example. And this is, for example, why we are scared in certain situations in the present moment, why we are angry, why we are happy, why we're full of joy. It's because of past experiences that are being triggered because of certain triggers in the present moment, and then they come up. And then it seems like we bring the past into the present moment, but it's all there already all the time. And the future as well, you know, when we project into the future. We can't predict the future. Like, it's not a thing. It's not even possible. I mean, our system likes habits, and the ego likes to think that it's in charge of this life and life experience of the vessel, of the body. So it's the body. And it wants that there is a certain outcome or a certain prediction happening for the future, that it feels safe, it feels comfortable, and so on. So it basically just projects that, but it's not the truth, you know. It's just an experience that our system is creating. So there is no past and there is no future. It doesn't exist. It's just a mechanism, energetic mechanism playing out in our system, and then we have the experience of it. And what does it exactly mean to live in the present moment? So then there is no possibility of creating a past and a future. It just doesn't work. So I can think then back to that experience 2 weeks ago where somebody was eating up all the Christmas cookies, but there is no emotions. So all the emotions that made this experience alive, gave this liveliness in the present moment, you know, then we think of the past, it all comes up again. It's not there anymore. So we can only think about it intellectually, but it's just information. But there is no anger or any other emotions around that story or that experience from 2 weeks ago. That's it. And the same with the future. Like, there is no possibility to predict something because there is no possibility to move emotions because they are then gone into the future. You know, it doesn't work anymore. And how can we live in the present moment all the time? It's part of the process of awakening and clearing and healing our human system. Because the more we clear and heal the system, the less energies are there. So emotional memories of the past, and the less we can trigger, or energies are being triggered up. So there is a neutral space. And the more of those energies are gone, the more we live in the present moment. So it's a process. It takes time. And then eventually it's just there. So eventually we just live in the present moment because there is no possibility. The possibility is gone. That mechanism is broken down. We can't create a past and a future. And then it's just a present moment all the time. And then life is just unfolding moment after moment after moment after moment. And also the part that wants to predict a future or wants to go into past experiences. And, you know, sometimes it's nice to like think about a beautiful experience from the past. So let's say you were on a vacation and it was beautiful and sunny and warm and good food and whatever, like whatever is a good vacation for you. And then when you think about it, you know, like this joy comes up in the present moment. It's the same thing. So it's not just negative emotions, also positive emotions. Or you tap into a special experience like your marriage or your child's birth, or I don't know, something you accomplished and you were proud of. So all those high vibrational emotions, actually, and the positive emotion is the same thing. Of course, it's nicer to bring these into the present moment from the past and experience those experiences over again, but it's not of the highest truth. So this is the thing. And living in the present moment is of the highest truth, because then life experience can be experienced more authentically, and what's the best word? Not not manipulated from these stuck energies, emotions, it's just the present moment. All emotions that are coming up in the present moment, because of that moment we're experiencing, we have emotions because we have a human body. So there are always times on the path of awakening where we don't experience emotions. That's totally fine, but it's just a certain amount of time. So they will come back, just a bit different. We experience emotions in the present moment. We fully live through them in the present moment. And then when the present moment is over, the emotions, which are just the energy is fully leaving the system, and then it's gone. And then the next experience is coming in, the next experience is coming in. So every experience is fresh, and also intense, because, or more real, more intense, more real, because there is no interference. It's just that emotion, just that experience in the present moment and nothing else. There is no interference. Living through it and then living, and the next one coming in, and so on. And yeah, and it's a lot nicer way of living, of course, because all the energy we have available for life is then focused in the present moment and actually focused on that, what's in front of us, what's happening, and not like going past, future, projecting all the time. So that means our energy is totally scattered all the time, it just goes everywhere. It's just not there where we are right now. And even living in the present moment, you can totally think of things from the past or the future. You can like live in the present moment fully, without, the mechanisms are dissolved from past and future, and think about the future. Like you can totally plan a vacation, you can plan your day, you can plan whatever you need to plan for your business, or your work. So you plan everything. You can think about everything. You can think about the presentation you're going to have tomorrow, or an exam you have in 3 weeks, or whatever. But it's all happening in the present moment. And you know that, and your system knows that. So there is no, like, you're already fearful of the exam you're going to have in 3 weeks, and you have already fear today, because it's going to be in 3 weeks. And then you go and have this exam, and then maybe fear is coming up. Yeah, it's possible. Or worries, worries or whatever, or excitement because you studied so much, you can totally do this exam, pass it. But it's not going to happen today because the exam is only going to be in 3 weeks. So only in the present moment, the emotions you're going to have are coming up, whatever they are, and then they leave and then they're gone. And you can never predict how you're going to feel in 3 weeks when you go into that classroom and have that exam, for example. Like, it's not possible. Your system doesn't know how to do that anymore. It's neutral. Yeah. And basically, what you can do is just clear and heal your system. And then this mechanism it starts to break down more and more. So you will experience being in the present moment more and more and more, until eventually there is like this cut, and then there is not a much chance to tap into the past anymore. It's like gone, like your whole past is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Like you can't tap back into it anymore. It seems like it never existed. Intellectually, yes. So you can always tap back into the information, but never relive it. It doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, so that's the present moment. I hope you heard certain things that were new to you, or at least you have now a better understanding about the present moment. So I would just suggest keep on doing your spiritual practices and experience living in the present moment more and more. And you don't need to practice living in the present moment, because it's just something that's gonna come in eventually and stay forever eventually also. And then it's, there for good. And then you always live in the present moment. And from my personal experience, it's one of the very amazing side effects of the path of awakening, because you have so much more energy in the present moment you can use for creating something in the present moment versus before. Like I used up so much energy of worrying about the future. For me, it was never really about the past, but always about the future. So every system is different. I know a lot of people are more involved with the past. For me, it was always the future, creating a better life experience in whichever way. And this is now withdrawn. It's fully here. And now I know wherever I put my energy into, my focus into, I get more from that in the present moment. So also a lot of new understanding is coming in with that as well. The more you live in the present moment, the more you understand how you're actually creating this life experience, how things are manifesting. I mean, life is flowing through your system. This is always happening. So life is flowing, but how you create your experience of that life, like how you perceive it, it's your focus. Where is it coming from? Which vibration are you coming from? Yeah. Okay, but this is a whole new topic. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If something was unclear, please let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, please let me know. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, see you for the next video. Bye bye.